Hi and welcome back to my channel. In this video, I will be discussing facial essence archetypes. I will explain what they are and which essences each Aespa member have. I will be doing other groups as time goes on, so let me know in the comments what group or even soloist you would like me to do. Belle Northrup proposed the general concept of essences in 1936. She stated that all aspects of personality and every detail of appearance woven into an integrated whole must be taken into account. She explains that some of these traits are felt rather than easily explained, also mentioning that there's a balance, comparing it to yin and yang. Harriet McGimsey was the first to apply archetypes to those essences, giving them physical traits: dramatic, athletic, classic, romantic, gamine, and ingenue. This eventually evolved into Kitchener-style essences, where athletic was changed to natural, and a seventh essence was added in, called ethereal. These are heavily used within makeup and fashion today, and are what actually influenced Kibbe's archetype system that is famously used to describe body types. David Kibbe developed a system that includes 5 essences: dramatic, natural, classic, gamine, and romantic. It focuses on the body and how much yin or yang, roundness or sharpness, each body has. He also shows how each body should dress differently according to their shape, rather than forcing us to try to fit the body shape that is trending. The Kibbe body system is about embracing your body, dressing in similar shapes to look better in our own skin. The difference between the Kibbe body type system and the 7 style essences is that Kibbe is more about who you are. The 7 essences are about how you are perceived. But style essences are still a reflection of your inner self, while facial essence archetypes are more so solely on how people perceive you. Facial essence archetypes are how the shapes and lines of your facial features display the nature or qualities of your aura, or a certain vibe you give off from the perspective of a stranger. This has nothing to do with your personality or character, but more so to do with what first impression your face gives off without saying a word. People with dramatic essence give off a very bold aura and are usually strikingly gorgeous. They can fall into the generic but also abnormal beauty category. They usually have very narrow features within the brow, eye, and nose area, along with sharp, angular, tall or long, and striking lines. Faces with natural essence are usually very chiseled. Their features and lines can be sharp, but more so tend to be broad and blunt. They have a very athletic, model-esque, strong features like a square jaw, strong brow, tall, angular, and long lines. You will usually see models with this type of face, especially in men. Classic essence always gives off the vibe of looking young but old at the same time. They usually look very youthful while giving off a mature vibe. They fit very sophisticated looks. I also feel like, due to their timeless look, they fit very many eras with ease, whether it's the clothing, hairstyles, or makeup styles. They look the best in natural hairstyles and makeup, but sometimes bold makeup as well. While doing this, I found that a lot of K-pop visuals that are closer to the Korean beauty standards have classic essence, and this essence is usually their more prominent one, which makes sense of why a lot of K-pop visuals don't really explore too much whenever it comes to their hair colors, their styling, or their makeup choices. They usually have a more natural look and a more typical styling, and if they do explore, it still isn't as extreme as their other members. Faces with gamine essence are usually small with an angular tilted jaw. They look youthful while also giving off this very cheeky, I know who I am and I don't care what you think kind of vibe. They usually look great in dark bold styles while also being able to pull off bright vibes. Their features are delicate, slightly angular, petite with small angles, and they look very youthful. Faces with romantic essence usually have large eyes, large noses, or large lips. They give off an almost unapproachable but incredibly beautiful vibe. With one look, these people are hard to keep eye contact with. They give such a strong vibe just by standing and staring. You will usually see this essence in those who are picked as sex figures like Marilyn Monroe, but there is also a softer romantic essence that is not as sexual or sensual. Romantic features are usually rounded, large and lush, and seductive. People with ingenue essence usually immediately come off as the nicest people. They have wide, chubby faces naturally. Their eyes are usually big and round and look pure and sweet. People with this essence usually find it hard to fit certain styles and colors. This last essence is personally my favorite of them all. People with ethereal essence usually look incredibly beautiful, like they are mythical or just not of this world. Their beauty is unexplainable and odd. They usually have large or small eyes that sometimes either sit wide or close on the face. They have a very oval or narrow face with features that seem unrealistic. All bright hair colors like blondes, oranges, blues, and pinks bring out their features even more. Even with their natural hair color, they're still able to give off the same vibes. And I add that in because there are a lot of idols that famously sport blonde hair, and that blonde hair actually gives them a more ethereal look. But with their natural hair color, this essence actually goes away. And I found with idols that truly have ethereal essence, even with their natural hair color, they still have that essence. Most people have a combined essences of 2 or 3. It's quite rare for there to only be one essence, so far from what I've seen. And just a quick disclaimer, this video is not for hate. I am in no way saying these facial essence archetypes are a reflection of how these idols are in real life. I am also not an expert in this. I simply just did research and applied it. This video is strictly to be informative and fun, something for all of us to enjoy. Ningning has 3 essences, the first being classic. She has smooth angles, she looks refined, timeless, and ageless. She has a mature and very youthful glow. She also has ingenue essence, with cute, small, and rounded features within her cheeks, nose, lips, and eyes. She gives off an innocent look with her soft features. Lastly, she has romantic essence. She has a seductive look with round, large, and lush features within her eyes, nose, and lips. So Ningning joins Yeonjun from TXT within the rare group of idols who have completely balanced essences. Different from Yeonjun though, despite all of her essences being very prominent, she overall gives a very soft look. When it comes to her makeup and hairstyles, because she has a balance within her essences, she can really do a variety of looks. When it comes to her hair, we've seen her mostly stay within the natural hair colors like brown, blondes, and blacks, which still works for her because of her classic essence. But we've also seen her with red hair, which in my opinion is her best look, and personally, one of my favorite looks from her. I feel like the red hair put a lot of emphasis on her features and actually gave her a lot more of a dramatic look. They usually decide to do the same makeup style, with her usually having cat eye eyeliner that really highlights her eyes and her eye shape, simple makeup on the face, and usually a natural lip tint, which does really well at highlighting her features since she does give a soft look. But I would love to see them start exploring more with her makeup because I do feel like there's a lot that they could do within her features. Winter has 4 essences, the first being classic. Her face has smooth angles. She gives off a subtle, mature vibe. She looks timeless, refined, ageless, and very youthful. Next, she has Gamine essence. Winter has a delicate and petite face. She has a slightly angular jaw with small angles, giving her a youthful and cheeky vibe. Next, she has ingenue essence, with small, rounded features within her cheeks, eyes, nose, and lips. She gives off an innocent, soft look. Lastly, she has ethereal essence. She has soft, narrow features within an oval face shape, giving her an angelic and fairy-like look. Winter is most prominent in her ingenue essence, while classic and Gamine are slightly lower, and ethereal is even lower. But for the most part, all of her essences are easily visible. Her aura is very similar to Chaeryeong's from ITZY, as they are both more to themselves. Because of her prominence and ingenue essence, she fits brighter hair colors really well. Blondes, grays, silvers seem to really complement her and bring out her youthfulness and her ethereal essence as well. Black hair also suits her, with it bringing out her classic essence and her cheeky side of Gamine. While she tends to stray away from this hairstyle nowadays, bangs and a bob suit her face shape and her essences and just her in general very well. With this hairstyle, if it is a lighter hair color, it brings out her youthfulness, and if it's a darker color like black, she stays looking youthful, but it also brings in a more mature look as well. Giselle has 3 essences, the first being romantic. Her features are rounded, large, and lush. She has a slightly seductive look. Next, she has classic essence. Her face has smooth angles, giving her a timeless, refined, ageless look. She also looks mature and youthful, but she leans more on the mature side. Lastly, she has ingenue essence. She has cute, small, and rounded, soft features within her nose, cheeks, and lips. Giselle is a lot more prominent in her classic essence than her romantic and ingenue, but her romantic essence is still a bit higher than her ingenue essence. With her being more prominent in her classic essence, it makes sense of why we mostly see her with natural hair colors like browns, blacks, and blondes, which fit her very well, but we still haven't seen her explore too much whenever it comes to her hairstyles or makeup styles. Karina has 5 essences, her first being classic essence. She has smooth angles with a very timeless, refined, ageless look. She looks slightly mature and youthful. Next, she has gamine essence. Karina has a very delicate and petite face, with a slightly angular jaw and small angles. She has a very cheeky and youthful look. Next, she has romantic essence. Within her eyes, lips, cheeks, and nose, her features are rounded, large, and lush. She has a very seductive look. Next, she has ethereal essence. Karina's face has long, narrow features. With her oval face shape and large eyes, she gives off an extraterrestrial look. And lastly, she has ingenue essence. She has cute, small, and rounded features that give her an innocent look. Like Ningning, Karina joins the rare group of idols who have a complete balance of essences, but different from Ningning and similar to Yeonjun, all of her essences are very prominent and stand out. On stage, she has very good duality as well, fitting the fiercer concepts of Aespa while also perfectly fitting their brighter concepts as well. I think one of the craziest things about Karina, and again similar to Yeonjun of TXT, is that whenever she's performing Aespa's fiercer concepts, she has such great control over her duality that it's almost like she's completely erased her ingenue essence whenever she has to perform songs like Drama or Black Mamba. Karina also fits the concept perfectly. She embodies what Aespa's concept is. People have said many times that she looks unreal, and that she even looks more AI than her actual AI character, which I 100% agree with that. Each Aespa member share 2 similar essences, classic and ingenue. But even with those 2 similarities, they visually stand out individually. Now, I'm not saying that they don't go well together as a group, because they definitely do. I actually just think that their differences and visuals complement each other. Each one of them visually stand out in their own way. Whenever it comes to the performance side of things, I definitely think that Aespa prefer and have a lot more fun with their fiercer concepts like Drama or Black Mamba. Their stage presence seems to be really good whenever it comes to those concepts. Other than that though, I've said everything that needs to be said about stage presence whenever it comes to essences. I only discuss stage presence if the essences they have affects that, not if anything else affects that, because I'd be straying away from the subject that is facial essence archetypes. Their essences allow them to pretty much be very free whenever it comes to the hairstyle choices and the makeup choices. And while the stylists have been pretty creative whenever it comes to Aespa's looks, I'd wish they'd be more creative, because there is so much they can do with their visuals, and I wish that they would explore more with hairstyles and newer makeup looks. We kind of get the same type of makeup looks, which if it's not broke, don't fix it, but I do actually think that they can explore more than they actually are. Sometimes I do think that the stylists have an understanding that the girls visually sometimes stand out a little more, so they kind of keep the makeup and hairstyles simple, but I actually think that Aespa is a group where they should be highlighting their differences. That is all for this video. I hope everyone enjoys this video. If you did, please give a like and subscribe, and let me know your opinions down below in the comments, but please remember to be respectful. Thank you so much for watching. I hope everyone has an amazing day. Bye bye!